Clem ut siatala, Heit sapka, Yath ut hakwishta, Nutsamat squalowin, Heit sapka. Good morning, dear friends and relatives, faculty, staff, alumni, and the celebrated graduating class of 2016, welcome. I raise my hands to each and every one of you and give thanks to you for joining me in this circle of life. I honor and acknowledge that we are on the traditional homelands of the Duwamish peoples and give thanks to the peoples, the mountains, the waters, the plants, and the animals of this area. My message today is about the importance of relationships, and more so, cultivating the responsibilities that we carry to all our relations, whether they have wings or fins, roots or paws. I want us to think about how relational responsibilities may impact our possible futures for each of us, for our children, and for our future generations. Today marks a life stage transition for us, a time to reflect on our past, to imagine our new lives ahead, and to give thanks for the gift of life. It is our actions that determine the quality of person we are, and each decision we make presents a chance for us to become better people. We have this opportunity each and every day to be the people that our ancestors would be proud of and our descendants would be thankful to. At the end of our time here on earth, I want us to go to the next world knowing that we honored all of our relations, that we loved well. It is, after all, our responsibility. We must speak on behalf of our natural world relations. We are the ones who can stop them from fracking the mountaintops. We are the ones who can say no to fracking the Western Hemisphere. As people here on Earth, we have a great spiritual opportunity to act, to make the changes we so desire. By cultivating and honoring our relational responsibilities, we expand possible futures for all our relations. As educators, our collective goal is to expand healthy futures for all our children, families, and communities. So why should we care about cultivating relational responsibilities? As a social work intern, one of my first clients was John, a 56-year-old who identifies as male. All his life, John has been a hard worker and is now preparing for retirement. In addition, John is going through a divorce. For most of his life, John has struggled with alcohol and sex addiction. To determine his treatment goals, I asked John to reflect on his past experiences and to visualize exactly what healthy relationships look like in each area of his life. I said to John, "Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are." He did not respond, and after a few moments, he put his face down in his hands and began sobbing, softly at first. His sobs became louder. I sat with him quietly, wondering what was the most painful for him. After some time, John said, "That's just it. I don't know who I really am." John's biggest problem wasn't alcohol or sex addiction. His biggest issue was that he did not have a clear picture of who he is. A large part of who we are as individuals is related to the vast network of social connections and the responsibilities that we keep with each relationship. In fact, our social connections provide us with opportunities to develop a sense of belongingness and competence, two fundamental human needs. Without belongingness and competence, we lose a sense of who we are. We lose a sense of our relational responsibilities. With retirement and divorce looming ahead, John's social relationships began to fade, while his sense of purpose began to wane. John began to think that the cost of life was not worth living. John's sense of self was related to being a husband, a worker, and a provider. Thus, the loss of these important relationships threatened John's sense of self and his desire to live. To help John, we successfully increased his social engagement in other areas of his life and helped him figure out areas to develop his sense of competence. Now, graduates, imagine your own future students. They will bring their whole selves to your classrooms and schools and colleges? What does it mean to help them develop a sense of belongingness and competence? As educators, we must nurture relationships with students, their families, communities, local organizations, policymakers, and so on. In many ways, our collective ecological and sociological futures are placed at risk without these positive social connections. To create a just democracy and expand possible ecological and sociological futures, we must consider the multidimensional needs of all beings on the most basic level. That is, the human need for social connection. We must center our relationships with each other and with our natural world relations, and only then can we strengthen the relational responsibilities necessary to imagine a transcendent vision or pathway forward. While relational responsibilities are a fundamental worldview of many Indigenous populations, these responsibilities extend to all of us. After all, responsible relations with the natural world sustain human livelihood, and as such, we are all interconnected in a vast web of life. Haitsapka Siamnetsiaya. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2016. We did it!
Yeah, I'll leave you with their books.
20, 40, 60, 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay. So at this point in the school year, it does not matter to me. In fact, probably won't matter at all this year. Maybe later when